Welcome into Why So Sidious, a nerd podcast. We are on TikTok, Instagram, X, and YouTube at Why So Sidious Pod. This is a very Fantastic Four and Avengers Doomsday oriented episode. After we've seen Fantastic Four, we're going to speculate on what we could expect in the future. Doomsday Secret Wars, even a little bit of Spider-Man 4, because there's a lot of juicy news there. Dave's in the house tonight. He was not in the house for our Fantastic Four review, so we're going to start off with Dave's review on Fantastic Four, along with our first question. And that first question is for you, Dave, along with your review. Why is it, do you think, that the Fantastic Four bombed at the box office week 2 so hard?
Yeah, very interesting. Not what I was expecting. Thanks for having me on, a long-time listener, first-time caller. I was very surprised by this. My only thought is I'm thinking, okay, so everybody who was really excited about it went and saw it right off the bat. But you didn't get that typical, because it got great reception. I was getting nothing but good reviews, even from people who weren't big MCU fans and never really rate MCU movies high. They were like, okay, no, they did it on that one. Like, they did a great job. Like, it was getting great reception. So I don't know why the numbers plummeted the way they did. I really am kind of at a loss. And my only thought is, no, there's nothing that's dropped that would take its thunder away, you know? It would have made more sense if that happened to Superman, but I'm unsure on this one.
Yeah, man, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
Because it was a very strong opening weekend, too. It was almost 200 million opening weekend, and I think it's at let's see here. It's at 378 total over 2 weekends. So that's not horrible.
It's not bad.
That's almost...
Still pretty good, yeah. It's just weird that it dropped so low. It's like the Fantastic Four is cursed, man, even if they have a great movie.
Mm-hmm. And even Captain America and Thunderbolts, those were both... I mean, Captain America was solid. Thunderbolts was pretty good. And neither one of them performed well at the box office. I feel like it's more of just a superhero fatigue, maybe just the brand newness of Superman, because that's at like 550, almost 600 million now.
I was going to ask.
Are we really starting to see the effects of the mediocre era of Marvel? Maybe the brand lost trust.
Yeah, I think it did.
But it's going to gain it back, even though they lost some.
Yeah.
It's a couple sacrifices here, but this is really going to, I think, Thunderbolts was great reception. Fantastic Four was great reception. So, and yeah, I went and saw Fantastic Four late. I went in late. My wife and I went and saw it. She really liked it, actually. And she actually really likes the original with Chris Evans. She's like, it's not going to beat it. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you thought that was a good movie. I thought you thought they were all terrible. And and that's why you didn't want to see it. But I guess you didn't want to see it because you just really liked the first one. But she came out of it and was like, you know what? I liked it. I heard so much good stuff, and I was telling you guys too, and we were all kind of saying, but I was like, I just feel so good about this one. It's going to be solid. I'm really feeling positive about this one. And I think it maybe skimmed the bottom of my expectations, just under it. So I still thought they did a really good job. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very entertaining movie, start to finish. Man, Sue Storm was amazing. Vanessa Kirby killed it as her. I really think Joseph Quinn falls right into the Human Torch role. And even the Thing, I liked him by the end of it too. He rubbed off on me. No, that doesn't really apply in this type of way. Baby, get those rocks off of me. No, but by the end of it, I liked him. I liked the style of him. I liked his contribution to the movie, and he was the one I was least excited for. I think Pedro Pascal's Reed was the most underwhelming for me of the four, and he was fine. He just didn't blow me away. Good Lord, that was a close one too. But I thought Galactus was awesome. Silver Surfer was great. And the whole Franklin thing was super cool. So I love the whole uniqueness to it. I think it just still went a little bit under what my expectations were. I think it's just outside of the top 10, and I was hoping it would be top 10 MCU for me. But still really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to rewatching it because I was super tired when I went and watched it. It was a weird week. So I have a feeling I might rewatch it, and it might go up in my score.
I think it has something to do with the marketing. Going back to the box office, it was brewing in my mind. Superman felt like an event, dude. Like, really an event. Like, the marketing was everywhere. The logo or Corn Sweat's face was everywhere. And I think all of us weren't, like, the trailers for Fantastic Four didn't blow us away. Maybe the marketing, a little bit of brand problems.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, yeah, that movie was amazing. If you want me and Caleb's review over there, we have our full review out. But
well, Dave, do you like it more than Superman?
I think so. Yes, I do. My rating was higher. I think Superman, I had like a 7.9. I think Fantastic Four would probably be in the 8.2 to 8.3 type, low 8s, but Superman was under an 8. So yeah, I think it was. I might go watch it again while it's in theaters. I'm kind of itching again, but yeah. Oh.
I think Fantastic Four reached deeper, got more intense, more edge of your seat, more like
there was more stakes.
Kind of what you want. You want that from comics too. You want to feel like, oh my god.
And just the refreshing start in a new universe was also really cool about it. Where we didn't think about, where's Tony Stark, where's this person, where's that person. It's just the Fantastic Four dealing with Galactus, so that was super nice.
And that's another weird thing with the box office, because it's like, you don't need to have seen any MCU movie to go and see this movie and really enjoy it. Like, you don't need any type of prehistory there. So yeah, maybe they should have marketed that more, and maybe that would have helped with box office. Like, hey, this requires no homework. Just come watch a movie and enjoy it. Yeah.
like you used to when you liked us.
Knew it.
All right, Lub, thinking of the Fantastic Four, thinking of future movies, who would you be really excited to see the Fantastic Four, any of those characters? Who would you be excited to see them interact with in the MCU?
Well, obviously, a couple of the main ones like Hulk, Thor. I think that would be cool to see them, act with a couple of OG Avengers that are still around. Because, we'll see what happens with Tony Stark in Secret Wars, but those two for sure. Was Chris Evans confirmed for Secret Wars?
Wasn't he? I'm almost positive.
Was he on one of the chairs?
He wasn't on a chair.
I think he was.
But I'm pretty sure he was confirmed. I think he was.
Okay.
We'll see.
Another one would be cool is Loki. I think whatever version of Loki we get would be kind of a cool contrast with the Fantastic Four and their powers. And then also the Thunderbolts. I feel like just kind of like that kind of...
contrast.
Because they kind of became a family in their own way throughout that Thunderbolts movie. And they're kind of this like Suicide Squad, built together family that's starting against this like, goody two shoes, do it by the books, Fantastic Four, So I think the contrast will be really cool between the two of them, the two teams.
Yeah, they're dark, and the rogues and the heroes, the cherished. So that's a good contrast. How about you, Dave?
I would like to see the Guardians run in with them, but more specifically Rocket and the Thing. I think they'd have some fun interactions there. They kind of got some similar styles to them there. But I also want to see Spider-Man interacting with Fantastic Four. Obviously, he's got some comic history with them, but I think that would be a fun deal. And I will say, I don't want Pedro to try to be the new daddy, the new Tony Stark to Peter. I really don't want to see that happen. And I'm already hearing and seeing these things that Pedro Pascal is the new Robert Downey Jr. of the MCU, and I don't agree with that. But
that should be Banner.
I don't know who it is at this point, but I don't think it's Pedro Pascal. I don't think it's him.
I don't think he needs one.
He's been in one.
Pedro's more of Mr. Fantastic's more of a science buddy. They should be close. They should, but science buddy. They're going to figure out, like the Venom suit, dude. That was in Secret Wars.
That would be cool.
Reed Richards sat there and studied that symbiote, and they're like, dude, don't put this back on. It's dangerous.
Right.
That was in Secret Wars, so they should do science buddy stuff for sure.
Right. Absolutely. No more mentor. I feel like Spider-Man's grown past the
on
mentor phase.
Right.
Yeah, totally. There was one other one, too, I was thinking of that would be cool to see them run in with the Fantastic Four, and I don't know why it's escaping me right now.
I said Spider-Man, too, because their history. He was even on the Fantastic Four in Hickman's run. Him and Johnny, very close friends, a lot of really fun banter between them. And, of course, I got Namor, dude. I want to see if Namor and Sue Storm are going to develop this, like, side love that never falls through, but he's, like, she's always got him on the saying... right on the hook of your thumb or whatever the heck.
She's got him on speed dial, just in case.
Hook of the thumb. Anyway, that would be very interesting. Of course, the Hulk. Guardians is a great pick. Yeah, any of it. All of them, dude. All of them. I'm excited
Every single one.
It's the most exciting new character after Endgame for me. Or the whole Fantastic Four crew is definitely the most exciting addition. So at that point, you're just excited to see them interact with anybody from a different movie.
Yeah, we got four solid new characters just tossed into the MCU at this point. On top of the Thunderbolts, which we got Sentry added there, we've had some pretty solid character additions. I mean, Doom, there's been a lot added to the MCU in the last few months here.
Yeah. That reminded me, though, there's a report that came out that said Pedro Pascal is not the lead in Doomsday anymore. They cut his role down, which is kind of interesting. So, Dave, I want your thoughts on it. What did you think of Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic in the movie?
Said underwhelming.
Yeah, underwhelming. I don't think... I even think Ian Grafad, or however you say his name, from the original Fantastic Four, I feel like he felt way more like Reed than Pedro did. I think...
Interesting.
I think I don't even think it's 100% on Pedro. I think maybe partially the script was made him a little bit nerfed compared to other Fantastic or Mr. Fantastics.
Right.
But just in general, I don't know. He just didn't give me that Reed vibe. And I don't know. It's probably because he's in 47 other major roles that at this point now it's like, okay, I know him from so many different things that it's like, yeah, it's not setting it as deep as a different casting would have done. Somebody who I haven't seen as often, or somebody... I think I just feels kind of repetitive when he's in every single franchise, that I think it does make it a little bit harder to fully be immersed in his character because he's just in so much stuff. So I think that plays a role in it. So is that his fault? I don't know. I guess he could take less roles, but do your thing, make the money. But yeah, I don't know. I think it could have landed better. I think a different casting could have hit harder for me.
Mr. Fantastic almost has the same issue as Superman, where he can think of anything, he can solve any problem with his mind. So he almost has no flaws in a way. And I feel like that was kind of one of the issues I had with the movie, where I guess that's kind of how he is, but it was just he can just think of literally the craziest thing that could, save the planet, which I guess is his character, but also for the novice nerd, it's whoa, okay, all right. Kind of like how Superman can just, basically do anything and can't be killed.
Or like how Batman thinks of a plan for everything. Like that you have to write really well. Like they said, the detective vibes of the Batman, they were detective vibes, but at the same time, Knives Out had really good writing for solving problems. The Batman had the writing for detectives was not near that level, right? He kind of came to his conclusions really quickly, and kind of like Reed kind of did that too. Oh, problem, solution, whiteboard, formulas, solution,
Right.
Yeah, it could have been written a little bit more complex when it came to the problem solving. And maybe they get more into that down the road. Because I know you did say that, Lub, that is kind of his character, which, yeah, it is. So it's on them to write it well, to be like, oh, wow, they just showed how insanely smart this dude is. But not just we have the world's toughest problem. Reed, can you help us? Yeah, I've got the solution. All right, and the day is saved. Let's get there somehow, and let's see how he gets to that. And that wasn't even necessarily a complaint, I guess, of mine coming out of it. But yeah, I think they could get more creative. Kind of was for me, though. Yeah, straight up. And I see what you're saying.
They show the egg. They show the egg get transported 6 feet across in the beginning of the movie. And then it goes back there and he's like, all right, I'm going to recreate this to teleport the entire world to another spot in the universe. It's okay, yeah, I guess that works if it, you really can figure that out.
Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I guess best case, if you fail, you're going to die regardless. So maybe go for it. But yeah, I mean, and it seems like it was going to work until Silver Surfer came through and interrupted. But
now, Dave, the bridge was used very differently in the MCU.
Yes.
Do you think that's just how they're doing it, or you think it'll evolve to be the multi-dimensional thing that would fit right into the Secret Wars stuff?
I think it's going to evolve. I think that makes more sense. I hope it does. And I didn't have a problem with this being the case because I think I kind of expected that. Okay, so we've got the groundwork. Now it's going to slowly evolve into the thing we know in the comics there with the bridge. So as long as that's the game plan, I'm totally fine with how they rolled this out. Even though, yeah, I was expecting a little bit more. And then when we realized what it did, it was okay, it's not exactly it. Maybe that's the prototype. But yeah, I think they're going to evolve it and get it to that thing that we know.
And also, what are your takes on there being no incursions? I thought there'd be an incursion,
surprising.
Man, post-credit.
No incursions, no discussions about an alternate universe, which I was very confident that they were not from the universe that they were seen in that movie, but it seems like they were. And no talk about them leaving said dimension. So there were a few things that I was pretty confident were going to happen and just never were mentioned. Yeah, no incursions, no interdimensional travel. Yeah, I don't know.
Doomsday is going to be 3 hours.
Yeah,
they got some explaining to do.
Right, they totally do. All right, love. Let's get nerdy and speculative. This is a fun one. Let's think of a scenario, any kind of scene, fight, anything that'll happen in Doomsday, leading up to Doomsday Secret Wars. Something crazy that you would love to see. Something that'll probably not happen. If you have anything like
something that probably won't happen is what you said, right? Okay. So mine is the X-Men versus the Fantastic Four. How sick would that be?
That would be sick.
That went on a crazy limb on that one, so yeah.
Well, who you got if it's Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, and Colossus against the Fantastic Four?
Cyclops? You said Cyclops is in there?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. After seeing Sue Storm take down Galactus, I mean,
I know.
I'll have to take the Fantastic Four.
She's the OP Marvel girl now.
Right? Yeah, she might have taken over Captain Marvel with that.
She just went toe-to-toe with Galactus. Yeah, that's the fight. Now I want to see Captain Marvel versus Sue Storm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, she's pretty... That's a power level right there. Just holding Galactus, like, that was wild.
And, like, the guttural sound she was making, too. Like, she was very, like, animalistic in a way.
She just had a baby.
That.
She just had a baby.
Yeah, dude, that's the
hormones are raging.
Yes. Remember, I said I wanted a vicious Sue Storm before that movie, and I definitely got it.
You did,
awesome.
and we totally did get a vicious... It wasn't like... But
not like animal.
That scene that we saw like right there. No, but I was more thinking like tearing people apart when we were talking about that. But seeing that scene with her there, now I fully expect her to just tear through an army of people next movie. Like,
yes.
It's She's Super Saiyan, whatever you want to call it, but she breaks into, you threaten her child, and holy crap, there's a, what's it called, Omega level mutant coming out of Sue Storm right there, baby.
All right, here's my thing that won't happen. I was trying to think of all the previous characters and villains and things they've hinted towards that have been no payoff. But then I was also thinking of, you've seen a bunch of speculation online that, you know, Doctor Doom post-credit Spider-Man 4 probably leading right into Doomsday, maybe coming up to Peter's door looking like Tony Stark, like, hey, come with me, man, I need you.
That would be insane.
Trust me, let's go, let's do this. And as I'm thinking about the things that have been hinted, I'm like, all right, so what if all that happens? And then he hands him the symbiote. He's like, take this, here's your power upgrade, you're coming with me. And then that's how it ends, dude.
That'd be crazy.
That's how it ends.
I love that. I would love that.
I wish.
Doom and the symbiote.
Because that would tie in the No Way Home post-credit scene with Eddie Brock, right? Where the little piece of symbiote stays behind as he gets taken back to his universe.
Coming from the same franchise.
So there's that little piece of symbiote that is in our Peter Parker's universe, so that could easily tie back in.
Yeah, that would be so sick. That would get you amped up for Doomsday.
But then you'd have, because you'd have
didn't the dude in Venom
Spider-Man.
Didn't the dude in Venom go to that bar and just take the symbiote?
Yeah.
Isn't it gone now?
Oh, yeah, what the hell?
I thought they did that in Venom.
The Last Dance?
In Venom 3.
No.
Yeah, the guy transfers like dimensions and captures it at that bar where that bartender is and then dips back dimensions. And it was like, what? Huh? Is Sony allowed to do that? Can you undo MCU stuff in a Sony movie? That doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure where we stand with that at this point.
They're like, no, the symbiote's ours. We're taking it back.
Yeah, bro. That's what it felt like. It's like, this is ours, MCU. Thank you. Nice try.
We need to make more trash movies.
It was weird, bro. I don't know. So I don't know what to expect there, but...
Luckily, Doom could just bring any symbiote from any multiverse. Well, it's not going to happen anyway, but how sick would that?
I mean, dude, having the Brand New Day post-credit scene involve RDJ would be crazy.
You got it, because you got to play on that Peter Parker relationship there. If he's going to look like Tony Stark, dude, and then if you hit us with that at the end of Spider-Man, whew.
He's done his
Doomsday
studying.
Cast, though.
He's
No,
done his
he's not
studying
the
for
cast.
this universe. He's been like, okay, Peter Parker, Tony Stark, okay, boom, bang. Let me go get that baby, have him rearrange my face, make me look like Tony. Okay, here we go. It all makes sense. It's coming in.
And it's clearly a popular universe. I mean, they did some crazy shit
Right.
there.
They're always going to play it like this is the prime, like everything gets
Mhm.
destroyed if this one gets destroyed. Like this is the center of the everything
It
verse.
should be.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, what are we
All right.
watching?
Well, Dave brought up the baby and the face changing thing, so let's get to it. Let's get to that post credit scene. I think it's really weird that, or first of all, Dave, did you have a scenario for Avengers or Doomsday or anything, a crazy scenario? My bad.
Yeah, no, I'll make it quick. It's a scenario that I've brought up on another episode that I said I think is going to happen. I now think I'm losing faith, but I'm going with Doom ripping Loki's spine out. It would be so freaking sick to see that scene play out on the big screen, even though it'd be really hard to watch Loki
my
die for the
God.
17th time.
You're sick.
Look, man, we've seen Loki die every which way, north and south, and whatever the hell the other sayings are. We've seen him die tons of times. Let's see that comic accurate thing where he takes over the god of time by ripping his spine out. But I don't think they'll do it. I don't think Disney's got the balls. You hear me, Kevin? You hear me, Kevin? I don't think you got the balls.
Kill him.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, that'd be epic, and it makes perfect sense. Doom should be reaching, because, dude, if he has the power cosmic, he should still be reaching for a higher power, just like both Secret Wars. Like, he had to get the power cosmic to go get the Beyonders powers in the old one. In the new one, he had to get the Beyonders power. He had to get Molecule Man to do a bunch of stuff.
Right.
And then something similar. He needs the cosmic powers, and he's going to be reaching for another higher power. I don't think it'll be the Beyonder, but it probably Loki seems like the most obvious choice there. If you're going to be controlling the freaking multiverse and time streams, nothing else seems
the god
more
of time.
like what Doom wants.
Yeah. Dude, but yeah, the power cosmic, okay, I mean, I guess that's what we're rolling into next. But like straight up said that exact phrase in the movie, and then Doom's coming after the baby there. Like, what did you think about that? Like, that was crazy. I know you kind of already talked about it in the episode, but
Yeah, that was my first thought. I was like, that answers a lot of questions. Does he want Wanda's powers? Does he want the Sentry's power? Like, it's the baby. So that's actually a super cool route to take, I think. It's crazy that Galactus wanted it so bad and knew about his existence already. As Doom, like I said, in the 80 Secret Wars, that's what he did. He stole the power cosmic from Galactus, and then he went up and killed the Beyonders. Yeah, I think there's a pretty clear path there. And it was cool. It was cool. Even though the Doom mask, like I said, looked completely like a cheap mask you could buy anywhere.
yeah.
That was the only part about it where I was like, what? I don't know. And also, just the fact that he was showing the baby his face, doesn't that seem to mean something? Like, it's not just, oh, I'm going to take my face off so this baby's comfortable with me, is it? Because he would just run up, grab him, and leave if he needed. I don't know if he'd be worried about him crying. It seems like he was showing him his face, like, change my face, you have the power, something.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm
something.
really hoping. I'm hoping it wasn't like just a lame like, hey, here's his mask. Take a look at that. It's Doom's mask. Like showing it to the camera, because he definitely held it out to the side where it was almost showing it directly to the camera. But God, I hope there was more to it than that. So the face theory makes sense, dude. I really like that. I like the whole RDJ face theory with Franklin being able to do that. But that power cosmic and everything that he mentioned, that was huge. Totally agree though. The cape, the mask, everything looked like a cheap Halloween costume. It was kind of weird that they really didn't put a lot of effort into that. I was expecting
And it was
more.
actually him. And it was actually RDJ filming the
they
scene
said.
too, you know? So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay.
That's what they said. I don't
Which
know.
I find it even
believe them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why wouldn't
dude.
you show his
Then why not
face
show
then?
his face unless it's part of the story there. We're going to go back to that scene and be like, this is what he was doing at that moment with Franklin and his face and his mask off.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Then that leads perfectly into, then why would Doom come to the 616 and mix it up with, what do you think the first Avengers meeting with Doom is going to look like? Like, are they going to go travel out to the multiverse and find him? Is he going to come to the 616? Maybe he wants vibranium or adamantium. How do you see that first thing going, Lub?
I kind of thought of something today where, Franklin gives Doom RDJ's face, like we talked about. And now he's coming to trick the Avengers. Maybe he's warning them of Kang, knowing that he's already taken them out and they've already been, taken care of. But he's warning them that, the Council of Kangs is coming to this universe to take over. And that could be kind of his onboarding to the Avengers while also kind of clearing up the King story at the same time. I feel like there's a lot of explaining this movie needs to do.
There is.
Yes. See, I was thinking, what if he shows up? So for whatever reason, the 616 is special. What if he shows up and, like you said, he has some kind of threat, and it's like the Council of Dooms. Like he started doing the multiverse, peering into, maybe he develops the bridge and leads him to the 616. And he comes here seemingly as a benefactor, and he's like, I'm building a team. I need help for this multiversal problem. Like in the 80s Secret Wars, this big transportation device just shows up in Central Park, and there's like a mental summons. People are getting like energy readings, or like Professor X, Spider-Man, Spidey senses. Everyone's being drawn to this place. I could totally see that happening at the beginning of the movie. He brings them all together, says this and that. I don't know. Anyway, I cut you off there.
You cut me off?
Dave, how about... No, I cut Love off and then just went into
I don't think I was talking.
So it's like building a Council of Dooms or Council of Reeds like he did with the bridge for solving multiversal issues. I feel like he'll come to the 616 for that.
That makes sense.
I don't think it's just the Fantastic Four, though, coming first? You think Fantastic Four probably arrive first?
That's a great question, yeah. Who arrives first, Doom or F4? We're sitting here assuming that it's the F4 in the ship, maybe thinking it's Doom in the ship. I'm going to go with this. It's the Fantastic Four. I'm going to go with it's them.
Right.
I guess
escaping.
Right.
But it's weird that maybe Doom takes the baby and goes like multiversal traveling, and the Fantastic Four are just trying to follow him, and they pop up in our universe.
616.
Yeah, if they've ever seen Doom before, I don't know. Because it's kind of weird that Thunderbolt's post-credit scene.
Ooh, what if they want to gather the Infinity Stones? Sorry, Dave. Gather the Infinity Stones and like fix it with this. I don't know.
They're like, no. We've already been through that. We're not doing that again.
That's kind of what I was going to say. I think maybe he's coming to this universe because whether he's already met up with Loki or whatever type of power he's got at this point, he was able to detect, monitor something. He knows this universe has been messing with the multiverse. Like there are so much multiversal action coming out of the center of the 616 here. The Time Stones, Doctor Strange's multiverse of madness, No Way Home. All these different things are happening with multiversal issues stemming from the 616. So my thought is he's detecting that and he's going, okay, this is where it's happening. This is the spot to start whatever the hell his quest is at this point. Or he's going to them to like you said, JD, he's detecting that, and now he's going to them for help with the multiversal problem. But I think there's going to be something there because, man, they've been messing with stuff for a while now. Somebody's going to notice.
Right. Okay.
But there has to be a way to tie the Fantastic Four into the 616 as well.
Of course. Yeah, I'm really starting to think they show up in their ship, and then that's why I'm kind of pissed that we didn't even hear Doom's name or Doom's like Reed Richards, anything about that, because if they come to 616 and they're like, oh my God, Doom has the baby. Well, we have the post-credit scene, so we saw Doom that one time. So at least there's that. We get it. There's panic. Right. They need help. So that's fine. You could do that. And I bet you that's probably what's going to happen. Early on in Doomsday, they show up and they're like, we need help. Find the baby.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think the same thing, and maybe even again to add into that, I think Doom comes with the baby to the 616, going to whoever to get help with a certain thing, and then the Fantastic Four follow him to that universe. And then they meet the Avengers and they're like, have you seen a baby who has insane powers and a guy in a green cloak? But, maybe a little bit more detail than that.
Yeah. Another thing, what if that higher power he's reaching for is the TVA? So he needs the power cosmic so he could take over the TVA, and that's how he becomes so powerful. But that would just mean taking out Loki anyway, wouldn't it?
Right. Yeah, it would lead to Loki.
I know without Kang, it does kind of feel like the TVA was kind of pointless now. So it will be kind of cool to get them back in.
Yeah,
in a way.
I think it better. I think it'll be important. Something.
Right.
Yeah. I'll be disappointed if it's just done.
Like I could see him getting the power cosmic, going to the TVA, and immediately wiping out the Council of Kangs. Do you think we're still going to see that, or at least wiping out a Kang variant? I don't know if they CGI'd Jonathan's face. Behind the blue mask, it'd be easy to put Kang in there for an ass-whooping scene.
3.5 hours. I said 3 earlier. I think it's going to be 3.5 hours.
This is going to be the longest one yet.
It's going to be longer than Avatar.
We're going to need to go back to those MCU shorts that we used to get at the start. Like, something happened on the way to Thor's hammer, where it's Coulson talking to people, and we get little MCU background stories in these little 5-minute shorts.
Right.
I think we need about 30 of
Except
those
it's gonna be
to get us into
It's going to
Doomsday.
be big events.
Yeah. So by the way, that's
Must-watch
Celestial in the
shorts.
ocean.
Right. Okay, one more question, and then we'll go to the yes or no section, and that's it for this one. And then if you're live right now, stay tuned. We're going to stick around to cover recent nerd news in our Week in Geek, diving more into Spider-Man 4 and such. Okay, in Secret Wars, specifically the 80s one, the main heroes were pit against the main villains because of the Beyonder. And so basically, if we get a scene like that in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars, where villains have to fight their main heroes, whatever groups those are, which villains would you want to bring back and see on that team of villains fighting the heroes? Dave.
Oh, man. Well, first, I would like to see Killmonger come back just because any screen time with Killmonger is great. And so it would be cool to see him probably fight Shuri, I guess, because T'Challa's not around anymore, unfortunately.
Same for same.
Or they bring back both of them somehow, and T'Challa, played by Damson Idris, fights Killmonger. Outside of that, who's the other? I mean, I would love for Willem Dafoe to show up yet again as the Green Goblin.
He was on
coming
my
in there.
list.
Yep. I mean, that would just...
You need if you get Willem Dafoe, you got to use him.
He's so good.
Right, and if you're bringing Toby back, which there's a lot of rumors that Toby could be in Secret Wars, that would totally make sense to bring the Green Goblin back. Hopefully not, but maybe they bring Harry Osborn back too. But James Franco
Tom Holland
gets a
might
little
just realm
appearance.
him immediately.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, after killing Aunt May, like,
Not this time.
You gotta get the hell out of
Toby
here.
ain't around this time, bitch. Yeah, I don't know. And then there was another villain. Well, Ultron. Ultron would be great to show up. We already know that he's going to be showing up in Vision Quest. That would be a cool thing to pop up in this too.
Man, I just don't want Ultron to be anything but dominant. I don't want to see him in Secret Wars just to get his
True.
ass whooped or something weird. Ultron
True.
is
He
just
may
like,
be
he
too
works so
big.
well as like
Vision
but
Quest.
But he was used like that in the original one too. He was supposed to show up and be the badass, and Galactus just stomped him, and that was it. He just sucked all his life out of him, like his force, internet, life, whatever, energy.
Suck the
Anyway.
Wi-Fi straight out of him, baby.
Love, you got any villains besides Green Goblin?
Right. Thanos. I mean, come on, let's see Thanos come back one more time. Why not?
King Thanos, I believe, will be in there. Secret
Right.
Wars or something.
Right. I need a different variant. I don't want the same Thanos
Right.
coming back, but yeah, King Thanos or something. That's chill.
What if the Loki we see in Doomsday / Secret Wars is like Avengers 1 Loki? Like full on villain Loki. Would you like that?
I'm over feeling Loki.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
him. He has such a good arc.
It's true.
They play
you
with
wouldn't
him a
want to
lot.
see him. Okay. But I was thinking, what about like evil versions of the original Avengers? What if there was like an evil Natasha that can go against Elena?
I like the evil Avenger thing. Yeah, I think they did that too. In the
Natasha
comics.
versus Yelena would be sick.
Yeah, right. Like
Any
a
type of
bad
Scarlet,
version
bring her
of-
back.
Right. Because Chris Evans, if he's in it, what if there's like, I mean, is there no evil Captain America? Right.
There
I mean,
is
Red
Secret
Skull could
Empire.
come back. Well, yeah.
They wiped his mind, and he was the head of whatever that is,
Hydra.
Hydra. Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty good.
Okay.
There's rumors that Chris Evans will be the Secret Empire
Yeah.
Captain America in this at some point.
Because that would be cool to do it kind of, bring him back, but have him play villains instead.
That's
Like they're doing with Robert Downey Jr.
in a different weird way. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would.
I guess
Chris
it would be
still
kind
the
of
same.
played out if you bring all the original 6 Avengers back.
Yeah,
as
that's
villains.
true. Just do
But
like 2.
Maybe
Just
it
2.
could work. You know. Yeah. Mark
An evil
Ruffalo turns
Thor
into the
would be
Red
scary.
Hulk. Oh, God, terrifying.
That'd be sick.
Hey, maybe give Christian Bale another chance. No, he wouldn't.
That's
fit
what
in
I got
Secret
on my
Wars,
list, dude.
but-
With the Russo
Okay.
brothers.
Damn, okay.
Brothers doing Christian Bale's gore. Come on, that would be sick.
There we go.
That was Taika's fault.
Redeem him.
Absolutely.
I got gore. I want to bring Jeff Bridges back, dude. As Ironmonger, I would love it. I just Jeff Bridges. He's a gangster.
He's trending in the MCU right now with his son being an Ironheart there. So there you go. I guess
Yeah.
spoilers. Is that a spoiler?
I didn't know
No.
Solo was in it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he was Jeff
not
Bridges'
bad.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I thought
freaking,
his power
Obadiah
thing was
Stane's
kind of
son.
goofy. Yeah, I liked him up until that point, but I guess I'm spoiling stuff again. It's
been out
doesn't
for a
get
while.
I liked his
powers.
acting.
Actually, I'll add that to the list of.
Villains.
Yeah, I like him.
Same. I liked him.
I like him.
I like him. Anybody
I
like
like
him?
I like him.
I got Mysterio on there. I really liked Mysterio.
Yeah,
Bring Jake
that makes
back.
sense.
I got the Abomination on there. If you do the real Abomination, the angry one.
Yeah.
2 more. I got Red Skull. Bring Red Skull back, dude.
Yeah.
I can actually give him an action. And then 1 more, Caecilius. Doctor Strange.
Yes, that's
him
a
back in
go.
action.
That's my favorite
That'd be
one
fun.
of yours right there. Caecilius would be
Hell yeah.
great.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah,
That would be sweet. He's a solid character. There's still one that's escaping me. It's driving me nuts, but I'm not going to hold this up. I'll throw it out in 20 minutes where nobody knows what the hell I'm
Rourke?
talking about. No, that
Dude,
wasn't
I still
it,
like
but
that villain a lot.
I kind of did too. He got a lot of hate for that one. I thought he did fine.
Oh, he's not bad.
All right. Shit ton of yes or no's. My God. Okay. Let's bolt through it. Last section of the day, then to We Can Geek. Starting with Doctor Doom will be in Spider-Man 4 end credits.
Yes.
Yes.
Doom in or doom out?
Yes.
3 yeses. We will see a 616 Galactus and or Silver Surfer. Like ever. How about this? Every question is by the end of Secret Wars. By the end of
Well, I
Secret
thought
Wars.
there was only one Galactus, so I feel like that's a trick question.
Not in the multiverse. Each universe still has their own Galactus.
Really? I thought it was whatever. I forgot what the name of it is. Like
I'm
Home
gonna say
Girl.
no because I want to see the Galactus we've already
America
seen.
Chavez.
It could be the same casting and everything.
No, I want to see the same one. Come on, let's not do this.
It's
Let's
the
not
same
get too.
thing. You could do the same one.
I think
No.
we'll see a Silver Surfer that's not Shalabal. I think we'll see
we'll see
Norman
Norrad.
Rad eventually. Yeah. Which, by the way, we didn't really talk about it. I want. Did we? Yes or no? Do we like a Shalabal Silver Surfer?
I did. I
I
totally did.
liked her a lot.
Because I really thought
She was very
nailed it, and I
ominous.
kind of hope
She-
she comes back again.
Yeah,
Me too.
She was awesome.
I
And
kinda
they
liked her.
used it for the Johnny's arc was only doable because she was female, unless they
That's true.
took it real far.
Well, they could have Disneyfied it, but that was good. No, I liked her. Okay. Anyway, continue.
All right, will we see Venom by the end of Secret Wars? Yeah, it's Jeopardy, baby. We will see Venom by the end of Secret Wars.
What is no?
I got no.
I'm gonna go with yes.
I don't trust Sony.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
go
what
with
the hell
yes.
goes on over. I don't know what
Yeah.
she's doing back there.
You never do. I'm gonna go with yes. It's hopeful, but I think it's a little ace up their sleeve of Venom Spider-Man. It's probably all the fan images we've been seeing.
Oh, wait.
for 3 years.
A symbiote Spider-Man or the actual full Venom character? Venom.
Let's go with even just the symbiote on Spider-Man.
Okay. I'll go with yes on the symbiote. I just don't know about Venom as a full character showing up.
Yeah,
So,
which, by the
yes
way,
for the
first
symbiote.
ever symbiote.
But can you have the
Secret
symbiote
Wars,
without
yeah.
Venom?
Yeah, that's how he showed up.
That's how it showed up in Secret Wars. Venom didn't exist for like a year after that. You saw the black thing cover Spider-Man, and he studied it with Reed for a
Okay.
while. He showed up way later. It's kind of cool.
It would
how they
actually
developed
make
that.
the most sense if they did it that way. It would be like, oh,
Right.
they did it
Interesting.
comic accurate for once.
Okay.
Okay, will we be introduced to at least one new MCU X-Men or mutant, someone that'll stick around by Secret Wars?
Yes.
I say
Well, we already
yes.
have been. Beast.
Miss Marvel, but someone that'll stick around in the
That's
MCU.
Kelsey Grammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not extra multiversal, whatever you call it. X-Men.
Okay, yeah.
Like
Okay,
a new
okay,
casting.
Gotcha. A 616 X-Men character. Got you. Yes, still. Yes.
I say yes, but in Secret Wars, not Doomsday.
I'm
Yes.
going to go with no. I think they're going to focus on the original X-Men for this multiversal stuff. And then we're
Maybe
going to
you're
save it
right.
all the
Maybe
new
you're
X-Men
right.
stuff for after, but I hope I'm wrong because that'd be awesome. Give us
Yeah, I'm
one
going
or
on
two.
Secret Wars. I agree on Doomsday. I think it's just going to be original X-Men. I think
Right,
Secret
yeah.
Wars, they may release the guy, Animal.
Gosh, all 70 of those people are just in Doomsday? 4
Yeah.
hours.
Snyder cut. All right. We will hear or see the name Norman Osborn in Spider-Man 4.
Is that a Sony thing too? Have they been holding out?
Good question.
Because I feel like
This has to end. Sony
Kingpin is
has to.
almost like a sensitive subject for that kind of thing.
I think Vincent's good at lying to the public. I think
Yeah,
he'll
I
be in
could see him
Spider-Man.
bluffing.
He's wise and old and smart.
The Sony does have the Norman Osborn rights. Oh, wait, that was 3 years ago. Hold on.
And we found out that
Stupid.
Dave Fontaine,
Valentina.
We're going with no.
no.
I'll go with no, too. Okay, get this. Casting. just by herself. Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn's Green Goblin.
All right, Spider-Man.
I think it's so good, dude.
I get
I think
older,
it's
Spider-Man stays the same age. All right.
Looking at himself in the mirror.
yeah,
Look
dude,
good.
he would do it. He'd
Now
be
I
the
want
smart
him.
business guy, and then he would be the crazy evil guy. So good.
I officially want a Southern Norman Osborn played by Matthew McConaughey. No, he doesn't have to be Southern, obviously. I'm going to go with no.
No, he
But-
does.
Okay. We will see flashback origin content for Victor Von Doom in Doomsday. Character
Flashback
development
or
from
origin content?
Pretty much, yeah. Going back to his, how does he become Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
Tampering with multiversal to save his mom from the demon, getting his face messed up. Do you think we're seeing his origin in Doomsday?
We're seeing at least one flashback, 100%. The Russos have done flashbacks in the past. We thought Thanos and Gamora flashbacks. In Infinity War, I think we saw flashbacks in Endgame. I could see it happening. Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too. Well, they're going to have to. That's what they did with Thanos. Yeah.
Winter Soldier
Okay.
had a flashback too.
Yeah.
Boom. Steve and Bucky.
Well, so did Civil War. Him killing the parents, I guess, is kind of a flashback.
Yeah, I think every
Played on the whole
Russo
thing.
Brothers movie has had a flashback scene now that I think about it. So there you go.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy will be in Doomsday.
No.
Peter
Yes.
Quill.
Oh, wait, the entire group or just one of them?
If we can go with Star-Lord, it's probably yes for all of us, huh?
Because it said he's going to
He's
return.
in it. Yeah.
No, yeah,
They
his
already
name. Yeah,
Okay.
his name is on there, so it has to be.
But
The
not
expanded-
not the space Guardians. Then we're not going to see him.
They weren't
The
on
rest
the
of the
list.
crew?
There was.
I don't
They
think they
weren't on-
showed us 100% of the names.
Actually,
though.
Chris Pratt
No.
wasn't on the list. He wasn't on one of those chairs.
Okay.
But I still think he'll show up. But I don't think the full Guardian squad's going to show up. He's on Earth, like you just said. So I think he'll pop up.
Yeah, I think the Guardians story is kind of done. We'll get like a variation. We'll get Star-Lord and maybe one or two, but probably just Star-Lord and Doomsday. And then I bet you all of them in Secret Wars, though. Like, I don't think anyone's left out of that movie, period.
And in Infinity War, they brought James Gunn in to do the Guardian scenes, didn't they? And I don't really see him breaking away from the DCU right now to do some Guardian scenes. I don't know.
Right,
I
true.
think
Right.
I think his hands are a little full, so I think maybe just Star-Lord, yeah.
Maybe Chris Pratt can produce the scenes. He's well versed by now.
I trust him.
Okay. Spider-Man 4 will be the darkest Spider-Man movie yet.
No. I think the last one kind of was.
I think it could be. Given
I think
that no
it's-
one knows him anymore.
Brand New Day. Come on.
I know, but Brand New Day was brutal in the comics. It was like
Okay.
pretty gnarly. It got darker. It was like,
Don't read a book by its cover.
Until the
Yeah, no,
Mephisto
I think-
deal, and then it turned into this light and bubbly story, initially at least, but it was pretty, but didn't Aunt May die in the comics in the Brand New Day run, or was that
Right
in
before.
one more day? Was that what it was called?
well, that sounds right. It was before Brand New Day, yeah.
Yeah, Brand New Day was what happened after he made the deal with Mephisto, I believe.
Yeah, I wouldn't call all of it dark. It just there's a lot of like gore. Not gore. How do I put this? It feels dark, man. Spider-Man gets his ass whooped pretty gnarly. He's not that pissed at Punisher for killing. Like when they meet each other in one of these issues, it's refreshing. He's just like kind of the killing that he does, the killing that he can stop, he does stop, but otherwise he doesn't bug him and do the self-righteous stuff.
That's nice.
He just kind of lets
Nice pun.
It's but I think with Punisher in there and a grounded Spider-Man and the fact that he doesn't have anyone close to him, like friends, family anymore, I think this will be the darkest Spider-Man yet. And the MCU has been getting crazy dark as well. And
it has been getting
they've-
more serious.
well, and they've also given us so much animated Spider-Man content recently. Friendly Neighborhood just came out. It's almost like they're filling the younger crowd cup. So Spider-Man 4 can be pretty dark. Hopeful though, again.
I could see it. I could see at least, especially more the first half of it being on the more depressing and,
That's what I was gonna
low
say.
side. But I wouldn't be blown away if it ends up being darker than No Way Home. But my bet would be on No Way Home still being a little darker, just because there's a lot of heavy stuff. Aunt May died. We see all the stuff with Andrew talking about losing Gwen, the Green Goblin, Tom losing it, ready to kill. I mean, Rage Tom that we've never seen before. There was some pretty dark stuff going on in No Way Home. So I think No
Losing
Way
his
Home will
best
beat it by a
friend?
little. Yeah, and then losing
Yeah.
his best friend and his girlfriend too at the very end, which was a super depressing, bittersweet ending with the kind of joyful swinging at the end in the Christmas time
Right.
situation. But I think No Way Home is going to outweigh it in darkness a little bit. But
Fair.
I could see Brand New Day doing it. I could see them kind of getting pretty heavy with stuff.
Yeah. All right, 2 more.
No.
No.
I think that's Secret Wars.
Okay.
Because I think we need to get all these movies we've been, unless they're just going to say fuck all of Phase 5, we're just going to, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Shang-Chi, everyone else can choke. But we need to like get all this homework we've been doing needs to pay off for something. So I feel like it needs to be involved with these characters we've been caring about, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I
Dave,
will
what do you
go
think?
60-40, 60 in the 616, 40 outside of it. So technically I will go with no. But I think it will be close. I think we're going to get a good amount outside of the 616. Whether it's some undesignated space or whether it's a different universe or, multiple different universes. But I think there will at least be a good chunk that's outside of the 616.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the majority outside the 616 because it seems like it's going to be a multiversal traveling capture the baby movie. X-Men are a different universe with Monica Rambeau. So there's 3 different universes we're already dealing with, and I think the story will be go get Franklin, chase Doom, where's Doom? So I'm going to go with but great points, Love. We need a lot of development, bringing people together on the 616 for this to make sense. So
True.
60-40 outside the 616.
So Monica Rambeau
Nice.
is stuck in a different universe with Beast.
838.
That's what
I
happened,
think.
right?
That's what it looks like.
I believe it's the 838 universe.
Was it 838 or did she say it was like 848 or something?
They said the Fox, right? The Fox universe? Or
I
no?
thought it was 838 or
Okay.
is a reality alternate to Earth 199999999 because apparently they just like to switch between 616 and 1999999. But it was 838. Or sorry.
Right.
Sorry. 838 was where Doctor Strange went and met the Illuminati.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that's my fault. So I don't know where Beast is.
Okay.
But she's trapped there with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we don't know
Hairy
what's going
blue
on there.
guy.
All right, we'll wrap it up with, will we ever, until Secret Wars, see Red versus Green Hulk?
Yeah. Kind of have to now, right? Harrison Ford signed on for more than one movie. And
I thought he just said he's done playing Hulk. I think I just heard that today. But he could have lied.
one and
I thought
done.
he had another movie that he had to do.
Yeah, and he wasn't in Thunderbolts. We thought it was going to be Thunderbolts.
Right. But I don't know if that was contractual, like we thought he had an obligation.
That's hilarious. Didn't seem to be a terribly difficult acting proposition, Harrison Ford says about the Red Hulk character.
Yeah, I thought he said he wasn't doing Red Hulk anymore.
I'm not
He could just do the
seeing
voice.
anything.
Yeah, it should be
like
easy, right?
that.
AI
Well, the
is
voice, he doesn't even speak as the Red Hulk. So he doesn't even need to do that. The Red
Oh,
Hulk
yeah.
didn't say a damn word in that entire movie.
It's just mocap is all you need to do.
Nah.
But, that could look shitty. You think you could... It might be really expensive to make him look really good with AI.
Give him like 10 minutes.
I'd prefer
Isn't
they
it?
don't.
Stay tuned for our next Week in Geek for Harrison Ford.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say something about AI and practical, but that's also coming up on our next Week in Geek, which is coming up soon. So I'll save it for that one.
Yeah. All right, well, that wraps it up here for all this speculation with Fantastic Four, Doomsday. And if you're live, stay tuned. We're doing our nerd news up next. If you are not live listening on Spotify or any of the other podcast apps, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Why So City is a Nerd Podcast.